Mark, you are muted.
Hello, wonderful people out there. We are Robert Babic and the one and only Mark Romboy, and you are watching Marotopia. Welcome so much to our special universe where just thoughts of Robert and Mark are possible and where sky is the limit. Hey, Roberto, how are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel again crazy this week. I was super busy. I think I did 7 new tracks this week, and I did mastering work and mixdown work, like super heavy busy from morning till late night every day.
Busy as a bee, Rob.
Yes.
Wow. And which kind of tracks?
Actually, melodic stuff, break stuff, some Rob Acid stuff. And I think I will do an EP where it's Robert Babic featuring Rob Acid.
Oh my God. What's the translation of gespaltene Persönlichkeit in English?
I think this will be a cool idea.
A splitted person. Multiple alter ego person.
Yeah. So, very, very busy week. And I have so many ideas, plans. I think it will be a cool year if we finally... And I'm waiting. You will come and visit me again here at the studio or here in Malta. And we will do a second track, right, Mark? As we... Yes.
Yeah.
But how was your week?
Very, very intense. I also made a lot of studio work. I was in Cologne in a studio with my dear friend Rani Krija, who is the personal percussionist of Sting for already 20 years. He's a good friend of mine, and we made a session together. We wanted to figure out how to combine percussion skills with electronic music, and he's such a genius. Wow. So it was a very nice session. I even forgotten which part of Cologne. My friend Andre asked me where I was, and I just entered the place into my GPS, and I had no idea where in Cologne I was. But it was a super cool session, and today and yesterday I was in the studio with Andre Winter from Sensor Sounds. You know Andre?
Yes.
Yeah, we made some sessions together. I think he's also watching us now. Hi, Andre. See you tomorrow. And and I don't know how you feel about it, but when I make a full studio day, I'm completely finished in the evening, and I fall asleep within 5 minutes when I'm in bed.
5 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
Bed, like this, close my eyes, and I'm gone.
Yeah, it's like meditation, right? So,
Yes.
And the hours are flying. They are flying away. It's really crazy. So these 2 days with Andre, for example, they were like, I don't know, they felt like 2 hours in a way.
Yeah, for me, it was like on some days, I finished the track. I was working like 6-7 hours, and I thought, okay, now I'm done. I'm completely done. And then after I made the mastering, I thought, what would happen if I try a different motif? And then, no, I'm too tired. I cannot do it one more. And then, fuck it. Okay, let's start everything again. And then I was working till late night. I think like 2 a.m. in the morning. And then I was so tired. But I wanted to record the track, so I did. And I thought, okay, done. Next morning, I come here, listen to what I have done, and shit, okay. No, you have to correct this.
And that's the magical moment. The next morning, you can work on a hi-hat pattern the entire night. You will not find the right one you like. And when you go to sleep, when you switch on your computer and or your machines, it will take you 3 minutes and you have the hi-hat pattern you want. It's always the same. It's the brain needs a break in between. And that's also something we always already mentioned in our master classes last year when we made the online master class. Sometimes you just need a break. You can go out for a walk or sleep or play table tennis, return to the track, and then it's like you are resetted. So,
but I'm also in my schooling project, my mastermind project, where I have students. I always try to tell them, don't work too long on an element. If the element doesn't fit, just take another sound. Don't try to repair things. It takes too long. If an element fits, it fits.
Yeah, you can't force it. Force it. So for everyone who's new here, because I see a lot of new names I haven't seen before, Marotopia is a streaming show I'm doing together with Robert. And what is the idea behind it? The idea is that we have our own bubble, our own universe, where we can be ourselves. And it's more or less like a Zoom call between Robert and I, but public, and you can interact with us. And this is the entire idea behind it. We will also talk about our plans, about ideas, about our own project, about an album with Rob Asset we are already planning since a few episodes. And you can interact, and please interact, because this is why we are doing this. We want your impulses, and don't be shy, don't hesitate. This is why we are doing this. And let's say hello to a few people. I need my glasses. So, hello to Marcin JBL, to Joop Olvert, Nabend, Beck, Claudio Alexis Bravo, Waiting Magic. Then we have Michelle Damhorst, hey freaks, thanks for the compliment. And we say hello to Henry, to Artem, to Jay Welch, to Andy Kroll, to Arnaud, and to Gavin, and to Nathan, and to everyone, right?
Wonderful. So many new people.
Yeah, newbies. Marotopia newbies.
Yeah, actually,
Cheers.
where's my tea? Where's my tea? For everyone out in front of the screen, me and Mark are longtime friends, like super longtime friends, and we chat and talk on a regular basis. And one day we thought, why not doing this talks online and share this with you, and maybe also take the people outside into our conversation. And we hope that you be a part of this conversation with us.
Absolutely.
Let's talk with us.
This is what we want, and you will not regret it. Okay, you have to stand all this blah 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 from us, but we are also planning stuff, and we are also planning products which are limited. So we will not tell everyone about these products, but when you join us, you can learn something about the products. It can be a record or a t-shirt or whatever, and we will make it limited, and you will learn it first. So, what are we doing today? Before we jump into our demo session, and oh my god, so many demos. I think we have to make another part. There
Yeah.
was so many links, and we have chosen a few now because otherwise we are still here at 5 a.m. But yeah, we can do it again, right? So it's not the last one.
We'll do it again, yeah, for
So
sure.
not the last time. But one thing, when you send a demo next time, for the next time we are planning this, please send it as a listening link. We received a few audio files as an email attachment, but it would be much more comfortable for us as we are working here with link tabs to play the music out of Dropbox or SoundCloud links or whatever. Yeah, Jean-Pierre is also around. Greetings back. And yeah, before we dive into the demos, I would love to show you something, and I would love to learn what you feel about this. So just let me share a link, and then we have a little look into this.
So
YouTube.
part of this is Mark is sometimes showing me some stuff, and I show him some stuff. So I have no idea what he will show us. Let's check. Oh. They are fun.
Yeah, I think that's already enough. Have you seen this video before?
Not yet, no. But I know Boston Dynamics and their crazy robots they do. And yes, we live in the year 2022. It's like the future, right? I mean, things that when we were kids, and I was dreaming of, and I was a kid totally into science fiction, and we're getting closer and closer to this future world now. I don't know if I really want a cyber dog. I prefer cats, real cats.
Cyber cats.
No, I like the real ones. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It's what do you think about this, Mark?
Oh, I really don't know. I mean, you know that I'm a big fan of futuristic and upcoming stuff. And yeah, this dog reminds me on this series called, was it Dark Mirror or Black Mirror? Always mix it
Black
up.
Mirror, yes.
Black Mirror. And it gave me goosebumps. The thing is, I could say no, oh, how great is this? But what if I'm walking in the park and this creature is approaching me? I don't know. What would be your feeling?
if we are not in a dangerous situation, it should be interesting to see them walk by. Tschüss. I mean, but it could be. I mean, a robot that is cleaning, doing my household. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, the dog is making me frightened a little bit. I mean, I came to this dog because I saw the Jimmy Fallon show, I think 2 days ago, and there was even a dance they made with 3 dogs, like a choreography. I don't know. It's a bit spooky, to be honest. But what do you think? In 20 years, do we have them on the street besides real dogs?
Probably earlier. I mean, yeah, of course, earlier. Actually, I have done 10 months ago. I did. I released an EP about robots, robots romance on Babbage style, where I used the Boston Dynamics robots in one of the videos because I'm doing the videos myself. I was using the dance from them. Yeah. I like robots, but mostly in movies.
I was a big fan of We Are the Robots from Kraftwerk, but We Are the Robot Dogs, I don't know. Maybe Robocop.
You are really, yeah, you told me that you go on every Kraftwerk concert, right? That you can get hold of. How many times you saw them already?
I don't know. I saw them once in Amsterdam and I think 5 times in Düsseldorf. And they just released a new limited edition album with remixes. Just old remixes, but doesn't matter. It's limited, it's colored vinyl, I want it. I'm a freak. I'm a fan. Without them, I don't know if we would sit here. Yeah, We Are the Robots. Okay, so Herbie, yeah, this is true. Yeah, Daniel is right. Herbie let the robots dance in the 80s. That was, which track was it?
Herbie Hancock?
It was, what's the name of the track again? His biggest hit. It was a breakdance track. Rocket, I think. It was Rocket, yeah, right? You know these guys out there?
A classic. Really cool. Breakdance.
Okay. Now is the time. No blind date this time. This time it's Debo time.
Did you enjoy the blind test? Mark last time.
I mean, it was not so nice that you played Mark and Claude I Need You Loving Like the Sunshine. I will find your youth sins and then I will also play them. Be prepared. But okay. Almost every artist I know has some youth sins, to come back to your question.
Every track I did.
To come back to your question, I liked it a lot. I like blind dates. I like them, and we should repeat it sooner or later. That would be great.
Did you check Clowncore, by the way?
I talked with some friends about it, and the 2 guys who mentioned this didn't know them. So it was really good that you played it. And
I love them. Amazing.
It's very nice. Yeah, Susie says, tell us more about the sins. Yeah, stay tuned and follow us and you will learn everything about us. And today we are drinking tea and not wine, so we need the wine session maybe, and then we tell you more. By the way, Susie, Is it Susie? Yeah. Where are the ladies? Once again, Robert, we must make a plan how to pull more ladies. So where are you?
Everyone is welcome. I even
Everyone
welcome
is-
aliens.
Everyone
And
is
Robert.
welcome, but also the ladies. Okay, let's start. Let's go. So the first track is Radiance, and I will play a part, and then we talk about it.
Okay.
Are you ready? Good. Here we are. So before
Mark,
we
you are
before we
first.
before we start, I would love to see the opinion of you people out there, because otherwise we could do it on our own. So write us what you think about this track. And before I start, Robert, I heard some rumors. I mean, I'm following you a lot, but not at any time. And I heard some rumors that you are very merciless when it comes to judging demos. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, I'm doing this track feedback on a German YouTube channel. Sometimes on Shiny from it's a German production channel, and the people know that I am very honest, and so that means I don't say bad words about the person. I say just what I hear and what I think. And so if I give some critic, it's not to make the person cry. I just say what I feel. Okay. So
yeah, because I talked with Andre about this afternoon, and when we talked about it, I was like, okay, on the one hand, I don't want to hurt anyone, of course, and I want to be gentle and friendly and respectful. But on the other hand, if we talk too positive about the tracks, then it's also nonsense. Because, I mean, for example, when you are friends, so we are friends, so we can tell us everything. And I really appreciate it if you tell me something honestly and the other way around. But I think we have to straddle the divide between being gentle and honest, right? Something in the middle, or what's the deal?
No, like honest feedback is good, because if you are an artist and you send out a demo to a label and they don't like it, they will just not answer you at all. So you will not get any feedback. And so getting feedback, and maybe even some technical feedback or whatever, or how a track feels, can be very, very helpful. And for me, actually, I remember back in the 90s when when I was giving my first demos to people, and they were saying, "Oh, I don't like this. It's shit. Blah blah blah." It was hurting, but it made me want to get better and better and better. So for me, every critic was hard, but in the end, it helped me.
Yeah, but is it possible to be critical? Because, I mean, actually, anything goes, right? So it's always
of course.
always a question of if there is somebody who likes it, who can dig it, and then it's not a question of the mix down or the melody or the groove. It's just a question if you yourself like it, and then if other like it, and others like it, and that's what it's about. So actually, what we are telling you guys out there now is just our own opinion.
Yeah.
But it's
there's
just
no right
one
or wrong.
opinion or two opinions, right?
Yeah. That's for sure. We are just two music freaks giving our personal opinion on things. It's not about that the music is right or wrong, because every artist is the king of his own area and deciding what he likes and what's not. So yeah, should we start? Because before I already forget what we heard.
Yeah, of course. I just want to know, is Franzat around? Are you there? Can you write us if you're around? Would be great to be in touch via the comments, but I can already start. So I think it's a cool track. It's not entirely professionally produced from my point of view. So it's still a bit, it sounds a little bit, the sounds sound a little bit like presets without a lot of effect treatment and sound design. Nevertheless, I really like the groove. It's a sexy, housey groove and it's quite punchy. The arrangement is a bit simple, which is okay. It's not that an arrangement has to be complex at any time, but I think more is possible arrangement-wise. So because during an arrangement, you can tell a story. Because a track, to me, is like a book or like a little story, and you can tell the story. And when you arrange music, you can also keep this in mind, that you want to tell the people a story on the dance floor or via Spotify when somebody is running or on the plane or whatever. So the arrangement is a bit flat, could have more ups and downs. And I like the melody, which could have a few variations from my point of view, because then you make the track a little bit more exciting and you are not bored so quickly. But thumbs up. I like the track. I think you have potential, you have talent, and please continue.
Before Mark, I think it's super interesting, maybe after this talk, to give the people outside a few insights of how you choose as an A&R of Systematic, how you find your artists. That would be super interesting, like a professional opinion of somebody who is signing artists. I think people would be very, very interested in hearing that kind of opinion. For the track, I thought it started very nice, and then came the first break where he took everything away, and it was empty. And then bring back this. I think that was just a drum loop, this house loop. The loop actually was kind of cool, but just running without any modification, no effects, like you said. And actually, I was missing a bass line. There was just this really low 808 style low end, but it was empty down there. I was listening here on my studio speaker, and it was feeling empty.
And there was a low tom playing, which I liked actually. It gave it a nice profile in the low area. But I have headphones, so Robert has speakers, I have headphones, so I can't entirely recognize the bass. That's a bit my disadvantage.
And there was no real bass. It was thin, and then the top end was kind of harsh and very dry. And while the track was running, I was asking myself, what do, for me, music is, or when I create a track, I'm a storyteller. So every track is kind of a little story for a few minutes. You take the people into your world and give them a story. And I was asking myself, okay, what's the story of this track? What is happening? Because it was changing, like from this sequence to this and then back. But I was not really feeling the story here. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the track was made with MIDI tools. And what I always recommend is to make sessions. So to record in audio your sessions when you also twiddle the knobs of the synthesizers or the drum machines or push to or MIDI controllers. this is a typical beginner mistake that beginners try to create, or to create everything step by step without a session flow. And a session flow has the advantage that when you record what you are playing, that you're not thinking anymore. So I'm working a lot like this, not always, but a lot, because as soon as I record my session, it's like a band playing. And as soon as the band is playing, you are not thinking anymore, oh, what can I do wrong? What can I do right? And the funny thing is, things which are wrong or which you think are wrong can be the element of the track which can really boost the track, that everyone is like, oh my God, how did she or he did it? So try this out. If you are listening to us, make sessions, record them, and review them, and then, if applicable, include them into your track. And then you are away from this constructing with brick stones on Cubase, because this is most of the time not magical, right, Robert?
Yeah. And like this comment, the happy accidents, the famous happy accidents, I love them, are a big part in my music as well. I plan a lot of things, but I also let things happen and then decide, oh, this is nice, or this was just, nah. And then I try to bring this into the music. But Mark, because it's interesting, I mean, okay, I released 3 albums and some EPs on systematic recordings, and you also take care of other labels, I think. If an artist wants to send out a demo to a record label, what is the best way, and how many tracks he should send in, and should he write about that he started playing music with 9 years and piano in the kindergarten, or what kind of information do you need as a label these days?
Okay, first of all, I think this is a topic for an entire episode of Marotopia. Mm-hmm. That's number one, because I think this is nothing for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Number two, I really don't know what to say, because it's not about just sending an email and say, hi, here's my track. I mean, we are social animals, right? Mm-hmm. So we are social, and 98% of the artists on my label are people I have met in my life, or who are my friends, or where I have a special connection to. So, and now maybe a lot of people would say, yeah, but how can we get a connection? Yeah, but this grows. I mean, I met people in the club, and they gave me a CD, and half a year later they released on my label. I think it needs a story. Because when I release a track, there's a human being behind it, and I don't want just an anonymous connection, or just saying, this track is great, I can make money with it, I can make business with it. Doesn't matter whether I know the person or not. So, yeah, there must be a story behind it. And of course, anything goes, but a special connection on a social way, like, what we are doing at the moment. I mean, this is one reason why we are doing this. We want a connection with you out there.
But people outside there, Mark told you a very big secret. Get to know the people, get to know them personally, not just sending out an email and please listen to my track, or even not please, here's my track.
I mean, go to the club and say hello.
We are getting so many emails with random music from people, Yeah. So
Yeah. And another thing is sometimes I'm receiving demo emails which are copy paste and then it's just hi or dear all. Or sometimes there are even emails with one address and then
yeah, all
300 cc where I think, hey, are you really meaning this? I mean, no one reacts on this, of course, because
hmm,
everyone wants to be treated in an individual way. Me, Robert, you out there, and this is something I don't understand. And another thing, and we can make a special episode of this. But one last thing is that you should really like the label, and you should already feel a connection to the label. I know so many people that send out emails to 150 labels and they say, I don't care. No, this is, from my point of view, not the right way. You must feel connected to the label, to the person behind it, to the music the label is releasing. You must identify with the label. And then I think sooner or later it can work. I mean, no guarantee, of course, but it's, of course, the best basics in order to release on the label.
I just saw. Yeah, this. Yes, you can talk to the artist or the guys. We are just normal people and loving music and do our so-called job. That is just the thing we really love. And yeah, we talk. You can talk to us, right, Mark?
Absolutely. And I have a wonderful example because the guy you see here, I know him. He's from El Paso. I met him briefly and yeah, I know him. El Paso, Texas, I think. That was like 3 years ago. Not sure if it's still like this, but yeah, this is where he is from.
Okay,
Julio.
so is he around? Is he with us tonight?
What's the time in El Paso, Texas?
It should be early, right?
Quarter
And
to 3-ish, I would say. Quarter to 3 p.m. maybe. Maybe he's working. But I'm pretty sure he will watch it afterwards if he's not around. Okay, shall we listen?
yes, please.
Here we go. Untitled number 1.
Sales and things like that, it really doesn't matter, you know what I mean? It keeps the roof over your head, it keeps money in all these folks' pockets that I got hanging around here, you know, but it basically stems from the music, and I'm just hoping that people understand that, you know, money's one thing, but soul is another. Understand that.
I think it's super cool that the community is giving feedback in real time, right, Mark? So cool to have this amazing. You guys are great.
Super. Amazing.
Really cool feedback.
I mean, nothing to add actually. No, but now you first. Robert first.
Okay, now, okay. The kick drum or the whole low cut was way too high. I think people said this already. It was sounding very thin. In the low end, there was really no punch. It can be okay if this is intended to be like a warm up track and just sounding like very chill out, but I think this is dance music and should be kind of punchy. And then the vocal was a little bit too much. It was, for my personal taste, too much of the same. And then only breaking up in the break where he was playing like a longer part of this. and then nothing was really moving forward. The bass lines stay the same. Everything was. I think it's, from my personal feeling, it feels like a sketch, not a finished track. Yeah, and it was a bit sad not to have any bass. It was too thin. Yeah, but that's, yeah. I think that's it from my side. But it was so cool to actually, a lot of things that I wanted to say came from the community. So it's cool that we feel the same somehow. It's great.
You are not needed anymore.
I like it.
The community can work without us, can live without us. Marotopia is now independent. Yeah, to come back to the track, yeah, completely agreeing to you. Nevertheless, I have a little bit of a more differentiating point of view. Production-wise, I think it's not that strong. But to be honest, it's not my main thing, because I know a lot of amazing, touching records which were mixed and produced medium or in a bad way. So we should not look too much, or we should not focus too much on the production skills. To me, they are not the main aspect of whether a track is moving me or not. So Julio is obviously pretty much influenced by John Dickwit, Sasha style of the early 2000s. So it reminds me on a few Sasha Dickwit's big CDs, like Northern Exposure. So it's, to me, it's a bit of this style 2.0. And I also like the repetition of the vocal. That was something which was really hot in the late 90s. When it's a good vocal, it's for sure addressing me, because it can have something meditative and something where you can flow away. So Julio knows about the music. He has a good feeling for the sounds. And I think it would be a good idea if he can find somebody who can support him with technical stuff like mixdown, like mixing skills. Maybe he needs good speakers, maybe he needs a better room. Maybe he's working on his own, I don't know, but it would be good for him to team up with somebody who has strength in the technical side, and then this team can reach much more, I would say.
Yeah. That's the feeling. Actually, the feeling was nice, but I think it was stuck in this sketch thing for me.
Yeah, here look, Stefan says, I can help you mix or master. Perfect. So this is another thing. You can help each other. I mean, you can connect to each other via the social media. Everything is public. And
I know Stefan. He actually a good guy, one of the good guys.
Yeah, because he can feel the music. I mean, we never know where he is production wise. Maybe he started a year ago. Maybe he started 5 years ago. We don't know. But he can put the right things together in order to create an atmosphere which is addressing me. And now remember, this track mixed in a really good way with a nice top end, and so that it's really addressing us also in a sonic way. Imagine this.
Yeah. So let's see how he evolves, and maybe if we do this again, we will do this again, this demo listening thing. But maybe in 6 months or 1 year, he sent something in, and it will be amazing.
Yeah, and
Right.
another possibility is, of course, you and I, we both offer one-to-one mentoring lessons and hours. And that's also a possibility. So you can always write to us, and then we can set a meeting up. And yeah, we did this already last year after our masterclass, and we are more than happy to support you also in this direction. Shall we listen to the next one?
Yes, please.
You are hot. You wanna
I want some bass. We now had 2 tracks with almost no real bass. Let's see. Okay, I bet. I want bass, please.
Okay,
Give me bass.
maybe I have some bass for you.
Okay.
Let's hope the best. Hello, Bob. Yes.
Oy, 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 oy. A technical question, Mark. Is it stereo on your side? Because it was
Yeah.
kind of mono, what I heard here. So I'm not sure if our system is really.
Yeah, I have the impression it was kind of stereo-ish, but I have the impression that he left or she left everything in the middle, and then you had this arpeggio and pad sounds, which had a bit of room. So this is what I heard under the headphone. But yeah, I mean, in these 50s and 60s, they sold records in mono. So where's your problem? So no, I have to start, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the funny thing is, actually, we don't have to comment the tracks anymore because the comments are here on my comment list. So we have all the aspects which the Marotopians are bringing us. Yeah, once again, I like the substance of the track. He or she has a lot of feeling for the music, but there's still headroom to improve things. So the high frequency share was missing under my headphones. I don't know why, but it sounds very, unhigh. And it was a bit messy. That's also something a few people wrote. And Jürgen wrote "Less is more." Hello, Jürgen. We will see us soon here in this world. Yeah, he wrote "Less is more," and I think this is the point. But to come back to a positive point, with a few improvements, I would play this track in my podcast and radio show Music from Space, because this track is space music for sure. And maybe Bob wants to improve the track a little bit, and then please send it again, and then you are more than happy, or I'm more than happy to play this tune in my radio show Music from Space. Hello, Jürgen. You are still around. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's it from my side. So, what is your opinion?
Okay. Yeah. The beginning was nice, and then as soon as he introduced the 16th arpeggio, it was totally in conflict with the first sequence, like frequency-wise. So it started to be a mess. And then it just got worse and worse. And in the end, I was almost stressed. Like I was waiting that the track is finishing. So sorry. Yeah, and there were no drums. Like really, again, this sketchy feeling. Like a nice idea, but not really produced. The drumming was super basic. Again, no bass. Sorry, but please give us bass. But I thought, oh, that could be in the beginning, I thought, oh, sounds like a track that Mark will like for sure. But then, it got too stressy, like stressful. I thought this whole I thought my brain is starting to be a soup also. So it's I would say not for me.
Yeah, at the end it was a little bit overwhelming and a bit stressy. And yeah, you're right. But would you agree to my opinion that after some improvement, it could become a really cool track.
The elements inside are nice, but you need to completely rearrange this and mix. And then when you have your mix down, you need to decide which element is in front and which elements are in the back. You cannot put all the elements in the front, like here, where you could not. Everything was on top of each other, and again, no bass. No bass. No.
Has anyone seen the bass? Okay, but good point. What do you think? What is, because we have now a couple of tracks, and every track was more or less missing the bass. Do you have any idea why this is so? The room, or maybe the people don't like bass, or wrong speakers, or all of these.
But it could be also that our system is maybe the compression is too much. I'm wondering if actually I have no idea. Would be Mark? Can we make a small test? I give you, because just to understand, I just send you a link from a track that I made last night, right? And here on my system, it has bass and really punchy bass. If you play this just for a minute, and then we know if we have stereo and if we have bass, because it would be sad if
I don't think so. I checked the track 2 seconds. It's not the reason. So, but I give it to you. No problem.
Yeah, just play it for a minute, just to have.
No problem.
Okay. The compression artifacts are really strong, and actually, it's just mono. So the system is sending out mono, the music in mono, and it made a really strong, like half of the bass was also missing. So interesting. Okay, so we know that we are not really hearing the track how it is. Makes the whole demo session a little bit difficult. But okay.
True, but at least we can make a global show with. Otherwise,
we'll
come to Malta and come to you.
In the end, it's also actually it's a good test. If the track, if a track is really well mixed and well produced, it will still sound good on even a bad system. Even on a phone, it will be nice.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to say, because even I listen sometimes to club music or electronic music on the iPhone if there's nothing else available. So music must work on every device, on a hi-fi speaker pair for 50K and also on the iPhone. So that's always the best.
But if you guys want to listen to the track, it's on my SoundCloud. Actually, I am so hardcore. I just upload my unreleased music to my SoundCloud before I release it. So there you can listen to my music.
Of course.
Okay, so let's get into the next track, right? So we heard a little bit kind of bass. It was a bit more bass, but now I know how to listen to the music here. Okay, cool.
We have two last ones, by the way, and I think we will make it again, because maybe you are wondering, why are they not playing more tracks? But my brain is at some point about to switch off, so I can listen to maybe 6-7 demos, and then I'm.
We will do it again, and maybe let's think how to improve the audio quality on this kind of stuff. We have to think. But so Mark,
are you impatient?
No, I want to hear bass.
Okay.
After our show, I will just turn on my studio and create bass music.
We welcome Stefan. Thanks so much. By the way, I must say one thing, not that we forget about it. Thanks to everyone who sent us these demo links, and thanks for having the courage, because I can imagine that it's not so easy. You can send a demo to a label and then the label listens to the demo, but we make it in public and everybody has an opinion and offer and writes the opinion into the comments. So you guys, you are the best. So you guys who are sending us the demos, thumbs up and really maximum respect for your courage. And it's always a question of taste anyway. And by the way, one person, I forgot the name, wrote, "This is not my style." This is forbidden. "It's not my cup of tea" is a comment which is forbidden in Marotopia. Just to let you know. Right, Robert?
Yes.
Here we go.
Aha. I think this is the topic of today. Has anyone seen the bass?
Yes.
So thank you, Stefan. I got my bass. I got some bass.
We have it.
So far, I think production-wise, the best one so far. But again, it feels like a sketch. It's like it starts nice. It's building up, and then it's like, oh, and it was lost. Like in the mid part, I thought, okay, now what? And now, where do we go? And he was just repeating himself without that the track was really moving forward. And I thought dynamics is sometimes a good thing, and sometimes can be dynamic elements very stressful. And here, this bongo type of elements, they were not stable. Yeah, or at least here in this mono mix, some stuff was way louder than softer, and this was stressing me in a way. It was too dynamic, and I like when elements really have a clear place in the mixdown and just support each other. And here we had too much movement. And I think just one arpeggio is not enough. But the bass line was nice and the kick was nice. So the balance here was really that was good. It made me happy.
Cool. Yeah, it always depends a little bit on in which situation you are listening to music. I mean, that's also a very important question. Where am I listening? In the club, on the plane, on the train, in the forest, when being in bed, when making meditation. And this was a very meditative track. And when you want to make meditation, this track is really good, I think. It's really usable for meditation, because there was always a repetition, not so many changes, and therefore the track is good. And maybe that was also the goal of the producer, of Stefan. So I would choose this track when I meditate. So, or when I want to calm down a little bit. For me, it's nothing for the club. Maybe in the beginning, as the pre part of a party. But for me, it's nothing in the club. Basically, it's nothing for the car, because otherwise, I mean, when you listen to this in the car, it can become very dangerous. And for me, it's meditation. And if I see a vinyl album which says Stefan meditation track 5 or something, then I would say, okay, I know what it's for. So music always depends on situations, I would say.
Yeah, would be interesting to listen to the track in stereo if there was some movement going. If the bongos would be a little bit less loud.
They are good, by the way. I like the bongos. Good samples. Maybe played by himself. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, that was the good part. The other part is, of course, that the track could be a little bit more exciting and also more musical. I mean, when it comes to the arrangement, also when it comes to the melodies. I think there's much more potential in this track. And once again, Stefan, if you have the possibility to improve your track, please send it again. We listen to it again. We can also make a progression together. And at some point, I can also I could also imagine to play this track in my radio show. Because I play space music, and this was already very spacey. Okay, last track, Robert.
Yes, that was a good statement.
Last track.
And yeah, you are right. It's tiring the ear to really listen like with a critical mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many tracks we listened to. I think 5 or 6, and I think more is difficult and not fair to the producer because at some point your ears and your brain are becoming a little bit tired.
But I got my bass. Maybe I get more bass. Do I get more bass in the last track?
Who knows? Who knows? No one knows.
Now give me. Okay, let's.
Do you like bass? Oops.
Uh, 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 um, actually, in the beginning, I liked the energy. I thought, wow, cool, yeah. Now we have some party going, and then it got messy and stressful, and I think the Goa style police would kill you if you call this Goa. But I I have a feeling that when this whole pandemic blah 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 is gone, we will have very very wild 20s, and I'm pretty convinced music needs to be energetic when, like, this will be the new energy for this year, really. So I thought that this track was giving me this feeling, but yeah, I got lost. Actually, it was so hard that the sound was almost very harsh and annoying. I had to turn down the volume because I got goosebumps. It was sounding horrible, like, mixed down wise. So yeah, okay, that's my opinion.
Fair enough. And once again, respect to everyone who sent us his music or her music. That's really nice. And I have a lot of respect to this, because if it was me, I wouldn't maybe do it. I don't know. So yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I think that's it for Marotopia episode number 5 with demo track check. Thanks a lot for joining us, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last time we will do this. Yeah, it would be also lovely next time to find tracks I can play at Music from Space, so that I can go online with a demo track. That would also be great. I mean, yeah, can also be a nice idea.
Mark,
And
do you have? Actually, I was wondering, do we get any new Mark Romboy releases soon?
yeah,
Because I was not hearing new music from you from quite some time, right? Do we have something
is
new
true.
for us?
Yeah, this is something is coming up. March the 12th, I'm releasing a new systematic 12-inch together with Oniris from Nice in France. It's called First Blush. Comes along with an Extra Welt remix, which is simply amazing. Great guys, very unique, very outstanding. And of course, we will listen to a snippet at Marotopia before anyone else. Yes.
Perfect.
How many demos did we listen to?
I don't know. We got people were sending way more. So let's try to do this. I think next weekend we want to invite a guest, right, Mark? So
Yeah, that's a good point. We have a few guests on our list, but please, before we leave, let us know who you want to have as a guest. So who should we invite? Any ideas? Then let us know. And yeah, it would be very interesting to know who we should invite into our show. And we will work on it. Fangt die Volt, Giborato, Ricardo Villalobos. Ja. Wait. Ricardo? He's already sleeping. Okay, thanks, Guy J. Great idea. So please write us who should come to our show next week. We have a very nice guest for you. He was already around in Marotopia on a comments point of view. And yeah, Sven Feth would also be nice. Rodriguez Jr., Extra Welt. Oh, wow. Now it's exploding here. Cool. Let us know. We wish you a great rest of the day. Thanks for joining us. Next week we are around again. And hey, thanks for interacting with us. It was so much fun to check all these comments, and this gives us the dynamic and synergy effect we want. So, Robert, you have the last word. I say bye-bye and...
It was fun. Thanks to everyone out there. You are amazing. It's super cool to have this track feedback with the community together and really see this ongoing communication. Thank you. That's why we are here. We want to communicate with you. We want to do this show with you guys. You are amazing. See you next week.
Bye-bye, Marotopians.